Let's talk about a kind of pain one person rarely admits out loud: the pain of loving someone who just stopped trying. Not because they're bad, not because they don't care, but because they've grown comfortable believing you'll always be there, putting in the effort for both of you. And you keep stretching yourself, hoping they'll finally meet you halfway. Here's the quiet truth: trying alone is the fastest way to lose yourself in a relationship. Maybe this is you. You're the one who notices the distance first. You're the one initiating every conversation. You're the one planning the dates, fixing misunderstandings, keeping the connection alive. And at first, you tell yourself, maybe they're stressed. Maybe it's just a phase. Maybe, if I try a little harder, things will go back to how they used to be. But slowly, you start feeling like you're the only one holding the relationship together. And the worst part? You don't even complain. You just try harder. Because that's what loving someone deeply can make you do. If you've made it this far, it means this message is resonating. And we're so glad you're here. Give this video a thumbs up if you're finding value, and subscribe to Relationship Blueprint so we can get this video to more viewers out there. Thank you. Now, let's go deeper. 1. When one person stops trying, the relationship stops feeling safe. Relationships grow when both people show up. But when it's just you, everything starts to feel unpredictable. You start asking yourself, do they still care? Am I doing something wrong? Why am I the only one fighting? It's not love that becomes stressful, it's the imbalance. 2. Emotional exhaustion. Trying alone creates a version of you that's always tired. If you've ever felt emotionally drained but couldn't explain why, it's probably because you're doing the work of two people. You start shrinking your needs. You stop asking for reassurance. You convince yourself you're too much. But the truth is, you're not demanding. You're exhausted. 3. Your worth isn't defined by their effort. Their lack of effort doesn't define your worth. This one hurts, but it's freeing. Someone not showing up for you says more about their emotional capacity than your value. You could be the most loving, attentive, genuine person, and it still wouldn't change someone who isn't ready to put in the work. Your love can inspire growth, but it can't make someone be present. 4. Overgiving creates imbalance. Overgiving teaches them to undergive, not intentionally, but it happens. When you're always initiating, planning, or apologizing first, they get used to it. They stop trying because they know you'll pick up the slack. The truth? You weren't meant to carry the relationship alone. You were meant to share it. If you've made it this far, it means this message spoke to you on a deeper level. Do me a favor. Head to the comments and type, "I won't allow anyone take my feelings for granted." Once I see it, I'll drop a heart to let you know I appreciate you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps more people find these messages. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and join us here on Relationship Blueprint, where we decode love, connection, and emotional intelligence, one truth at a time. Let's continue this journey together. 5. Feeling lonely while together. You can feel lonely even when someone's right next to you. Loneliness in a relationship hits harder than being alone. It's talking without being heard, loving without feeling loved back. This quiet heartbreak doesn't shout, it seeps in slowly. The truth: you deserve to be seen, heard, and emotionally met. Physical presence isn't enough. Emotional connection is key. Comment below, "I deserve to feel seen in love," if this resonates. 6. You can't fix it alone. You can't fix a relationship by yourself, but you can stop breaking yourself in the process. You can show love, communicate, and be patient, but you can't do the work for both people. Trying to hold everything together alone leaves you empty, not because you failed, but because no one can carry a relationship alone. Here's your take-home meal. You deserve effort. You deserve consistency. You deserve someone who chooses you the same way you choose them. Being the only one trying doesn't mean you're unlovable. It means you've been loving someone who doesn't know how to love at your depth. And that's not your burden to carry. Food for thought. If this hits your heart, it's because something inside you recognizes the truth. You're tired of fighting alone. You're tired of hoping they'll suddenly change. You're tired of feeling like love has to hurt this much. You don't have to prove your worth by overworking your heart. Love should feel like a two-way street, not a one-person mission. Now that we've covered the hidden pain of being the only one trying in a relationship, let's shift gears. It's time to talk about something just as important: why some connections fade, and how to protect your heart. Have you ever wondered why some connections feel electric at first, only to fade away when things start to get real? It's confusing, it's painful, and honestly, it can make you question your worth. Here's the truth nobody talks about. It's rarely about you being too much or not enough. There's a hidden psychology at play, one that explains why people pull away, why love feels complicated, and why some relationships never make it past the honeymoon phase. Today, we're diving deep into what really happens when connection starts to fade, and how understanding these patterns can help you reclaim control, protect your heart, and cultivate lasting, emotionally healthy relationships. If you're finding this valuable, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Relationship Blueprint so more people can see it. Now, let's go deeper. 1. Emotional availability shapes connection. Emotional availability shapes connection more than anything else. When someone pulls away, it's not always rejection. Sometimes, your emotional presence exposes the gaps in their readiness to connect. Not everyone is prepared to handle real vulnerability. Your steadiness, openness, and honesty might feel overwhelming to them. Not because you're too much, but because they're not equipped to match your emotional honesty. You deserve someone who can meet your emotional presence, not shrink from it. 2. The role of attachment styles. Attachment styles explain a lot about why people pull away. People with avoidant attachment often retreat when closeness deepens. It's rarely about rejecting you. It's protection. Their distance is a defense against vulnerability. When you recognize both your attachment style and theirs, you stop taking their behavior personally. Instead of chasing clarity, you respond with clarity and protect your peace. Understanding attachment patterns shields you from unnecessary self-blame and emotional exhaustion. 3. The mirror effect. Your consistency reveals patterns in others that they might try to hide. When you show up with honesty and reliability, it exposes inconsistencies in their behavior. For some, that steadiness feels uncomfortable. It shines a light on insecurities and fears they haven't faced. Remember, this isn't your fault. You're simply reflecting their emotional growth, or the lack of it. Your emotional presence shouldn't be punished. It's a mirror that shows reality. 4. Dopamine versus emotional depth. Early attraction often feels like fireworks. That rush, dopamine at work, The brain's reward chemical lighting everything up. But true connection isn't about highs. It's about emotional depth, stability, and mutual respect. Some people chase only excitement and pull away when calmness appears, mistaking peace for boredom. Long-term connection requires consistency and emotional depth, not just thrills. 5. Boundaries protect your heart. After push and pull experiences, boundaries aren't optional, they're essential. Boundaries define what you accept, what you won't tolerate, and how you honor your emotional space. They're not walls, they're self-respect in action. By protecting yourself, you create space for someone truly emotionally ready to meet you fully. 6. Reflection turns pain into insight. Every heartbreak, pullback, and inconsistency holds lessons, if you're willing to see them. Ask yourself, what did I learn about my needs, my values, and the kind of love I truly deserve? Reflection transforms pain into wisdom. It guides you toward deeper, healthier connections in the future. Growth comes from awareness, not blame. 7. Enter relationships consciously. Don't rush into love to fill emptiness. Enter relationships consciously, emotionally whole, grounded, and clear about your boundaries. The right person won't trigger chaos or confusion. They will match your growth, stability, and capacity for meaningful connection. Emotional maturity and clarity attract partners who can meet you fully. Food for thought. Enter relationships consciously, emotionally whole, grounded, clear about boundaries. The right person won't trigger chaos or confusion. They match your growth, stability, and capacity for connection. Your heart is resilient. Your emotions are valid. Your capacity for deep love hasn't diminished. It's been refined. Comment, I understand my worth, if this video resonated. Subscribe to Relationship Blueprint and hit the bell to never miss insights that decode the psychology of love, attraction, and connection. Emotional growth isn't a race. Every lesson brings you closer to the love you truly deserve. Healthy, meaningful, lasting. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.